President Biden has demonstrated that he will remain a threat to the national security of our country. If we let President Biden continue to run our oil this way, we will have nothing left.
That is extreme. Even the Republican leadership doesn't support that. She's saying no exemptions whatsoever.
On this vote, the yeas are 14, the nays are 418. The amendment is not agreed to.
Democrats and the Mocking Hill media were making fun of me for having a failed amendment. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Today, I'm introducing a new amendment that would prevent President Biden or any president from selling our strategic oil reserves for political reasons.
They're politicizing the Strategic Petroleum Reserve because they want to make message points.
Joe Biden lowered your gas prices last year, and that makes Republicans mad. And how do we know? They said it out loud.
Marjorie Greene got humiliated on the biggest stage. Late in the evening session, she proposed an amendment to Republican legislation that seeks to prevent presidential use of the U.S.'s emergency oil stockpile.
My amendment would prevent President Biden from claiming an emergency to further reduce our strategic oil supplies. This is why I filed impeachment articles last Congress against President Biden on the grounds that he endangered, compromised, and undermined the energy security of the United States by selling oil from the United States Strategic Petroleum Reserve to foreign nations. President Biden has demonstrated that he will remain a threat to the national security of our country. Who will we have to beg to get our oil? China? Iran, the Saudis, Venezuela, like the Biden administration has already done, or maybe even Russia?
Members are reminded to refrain from engaging in personalities towards the president.
So essentially what she's saying, and this is why this is so extreme, is she's saying it doesn't matter if there's a problem with high prices. It doesn't matter if there's a problem with the supply chain. We're not going to let the president release oil from the reserve for any reason whatsoever, unless a plan is put forward to allow for more drilling on public lands. That is extreme.
The yeas are 14, the nays are 418. The amendment is not agreed to. The unfinished business is a request for a recorded vote on amendment number 44 offered by the gentleman from Florida, Mr. Soto, in which further proceedings were postponed.
The next day, she came back for seconds while whining about Democrats in the, quote, Mocking Hill media.
While my amendment failed yesterday, it opened up discussion on how to solve this problem. While our leadership was working with me to protect America's Strategic Petroleum Reserve, Democrats and the Mocking Hill media were making fun of me for having a failed amendment. I want to say this: true success comes through failure. Today, I'm introducing a new amendment that would prevent President Biden or any president from selling our strategic oil reserves for political reasons.
We're fighting, like Marjorie is, to deliver affordable and reliable energy for all Americans.
I listened to the gentlewoman from Georgia, and to me, this amendment is unbelievable. I mean, she says that you can't draw down or sell petroleum products under this amendment for political and non-emergency purposes. Well, I mean, everything around here is political, so I don't even know how you would define that. A decision is made to say that you can't use the reserve unless you do some, you help the oil companies and let the oil companies take more of our public lands. I mean, that's about the most political thing that I can think of. They know that this bill isn't going anywhere. The president already said that he'll veto it. The Senate won't even take it up. They're being so political, and they're talking about situations that have nothing to do with an emergency. So I really don't know what to say. The whole process here is very political, oriented towards message, oriented towards going on TV, I guess, to appeal to base voters. It's just incredible to me that this amendment is being offered. So I would ask my colleagues to vote against this amendment.